All right, I want to thank you, everyone, for coming out today for this very important announcement. I'm very excited to announce the hiring of only the second coach in our cheer and dance program. Our cheer and dance program has existed for 10 seasons now. Our next coach has been a part of this program for 9 out of the 10 years. Who better to take over for the program than someone who has been part of the program that's been nationally recognized both on the cheer and the dance level than Liz Kundriff, now Liz Teague. As part of our program, she was a part of our program from 2013 to 2017 as a student athlete. She led our cheer team to great success and then joined our staff in 2017. She has worked very hard in building our program. We look forward to its continued success. Please help me welcome Liz Teague as the second coach in our history of our cheer and dance program. Let's go, guys!
Thank you, Sue. I appreciate it, and thank you everybody at Siena Heights for believing in me and giving me this opportunity. Siena's been near and dear to my heart since I started here in 2013, and I can't say that I'm going to ever be ready to leave, so I'm very excited to continue my time here at Siena with both cheer and dance teams and athletics as a whole.
All right, we'll open up the questions. You guys have questions, you can ask it otherwise. I'll start, though.
Great.
Relieve the pressure. As Sue mentioned, you've been a part of this program for 9 out of the 10 years it's existed, as a student athlete, as a GA, as an assistant coach, and then as an interim coach, and now as the head coach. So can you talk a little bit about what it means to you to be able to coach, especially your first coaching opportunity at your alma mater?
It's really exciting and nerve-wracking at the same time. I have a lot of expectations to live up to. I have really big goals set in place. So conference championship, I really can see that could be happening in the near future, and then getting our teams back to nationally ranked teams. I'm just really excited to be able to be here, and there's a big difference from being a student athlete to a coach, and the transition was a little. But I'm super excited that I had the opportunity and that I was pushed to go even further when it comes to being a coach. And having that interim opportunity has only allowed me to really put in place what I want to do now as the head coach. And I'm really excited to see what that's going to look like.
So you mentioned some short-term goals. Do you have any long-term goals for the program as well?
Long-term goals, definitely. I would love to keep recruiting like we did this year. We did phenomenal. And to recruit to the point where we can have just a sideline team for both cheer and dance, and then just a competitive team for both cheer and dance. So that would look very big in size of having 4 teams essentially, but that's our goal, so then when we can move forward that they can just focus on one or the other, and then moving forward to competitive, not having to worry about, oh, are we going to make it to nationals, that we can have that mentality of like, we put in the work and the time that we're going to always make it to nationals.
Okay. The other question, as Sue mentioned, you're taking over a program that's already had success in the 10 years that has existed. You've been a part of most of that success. You were also a member of the All-Decade team when we released those last year. So can you talk a little bit about how you feel that's going to be a part of your advantage as being a part of this program and already seeing its success and then taking it to the next level?
So an advantage being an athlete here, I've learned the ins and outs of what it takes to be successful as a student and as an athlete. Now on the other end, I'm learning how I can provide the motivation that I was provided myself as an athlete to allow my athletes to get to that nationally ranked level. It's a lot harder than some of them think, and because we've been on that side, we can relate to them on so many different levels, and it's so nice because it's like, okay, I do understand where you're coming from because I've been there. I was like, so let's talk about it, let's break it down. And then, so it's nice for them too because they look at their coaches and they're like, wow, like they were on these teams that were successful. My coach was on the Decade team. And I feel like that's a good motivator for them as well because they've seen the success of their coaches and that I can help provide that for them as well.
Last question for me, and then I'm going to leave you alone. So you were Angie Heath, who started this program, was your coach, and then you had the interim tag for half a season. So talk about maybe what you learned in that first interim year that now you can take in as being the head coach, that maybe you don't have to catch up as much because you've had a half a year in this role?
Yeah, absolutely. That half a year, honestly, was such a blessing. We learned so much on our way. We had our trials and tribulations, and I'm thankful for that because that's only going to help us to move forward. I got to learn the ins and outs of the head side, whereas, like being a student athlete and the assistant, big difference, and just being able to have all those coaches and Sue to help guide me in the areas that I needed help with, because it was an interesting transition. So just the support that was provided to me to ensure the success of both of my teams was amazing, and just being able to get really close to all the other NAIA coaches who helped assist me along the way as well was extremely helpful, and we learned a lot, and we've already started towards our goals right now. We've recruited so much. Our teams are 3 times the size that they just were. We're fundraising so much so we can be able to have those traveling opportunities, have new uniforms, have all these things that people deserve to have once the students get on campus. And I just can't wait to see how much more that's going to grow now that we're actually here for good.
All right, any other questions?
Hi Liz, Michael Orlando here, #1 fan of cheer and dance at Siena Heights. I'm wondering if you can tell us a little bit about the culture that you're hoping to continue building on with your student athletes. What are they going to be known for on campus?
Absolutely. So the team for me personally was like a family. It was people that I could fall back to in times of not just athletics, but academics and life in a whole. And it's very important for us to continue to provide that family feel, because we have all these students coming there we want to feel like a family. And I was like, well, we can offer that, and we know how to continue that. And it's all about the positivity. And of course there's head games in both dance and cheer, because we're doing tricks that are scary, and it's like, okay, well, let's break that down. So it's just really meeting them where they're at and providing that comfortability and everything else to ensure that they're going to be successful, they're happy, and also that their grades remain in a very high standard, as that's what we expect from them as student athletes.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
In the back here, Spencer Masek, Siena Heights Post. First of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
Very happy for you. We have a similar timeline, and we've been around the block together, so it's really good to see you there. My question for you is kind of, what do you look for in a recruit that you're kind of bringing on campus?
Absolutely. So, of course, we're looking for what do your academics look like? How can you offer that to the school on a whole? And our team. We have higher standards than just the NAI here at Siena, and we ourselves, as the cheer and dance team, are going to match that or raise that, because we want those academics to remain very high. And also, we're looking, at that skill set. But it's not only just the skill set, it's how you are as a person, what you can contribute, because if you're a good person and you're genuine and you're going to work hard and you're going to put that 110%, that's what we're looking for. You don't have to have the best skills, but if you have that amazing mentality, you're going to be a moldable athlete.
Thank you.
Anything else to go to the cause? Or are we good? I think we're good.
Awesome.
Thanks,
Well,
Liz.
thank you guys.